Miss Crystal with Hattie's Hierophant. I am your tarot reader. Libra, I have had such a welcoming response from all of you. I had uploaded my first set of videos last month. It was a very scary thing for me to do, to get on this platform and do this, and every single person has been so just welcoming and encouraging. And my thank you is to offer one of you a complimentary reading. All you have to do is subscribe and comment in the comment section. I so enjoy reading them. I will respond, I promise. And then I'm going to choose someone at the end of March and announce them the beginning of April. My goal is to do it April 1st, April Fool's Day. Anyway, let's get on with your reading, Libra. The center of your reading is the Death card. I think Cancer also got this, if I'm not mistaken. And the Death card is one of transformation and rebirth and of letting go of the old way of thinking, old way of doing, right? And with this being the center of your reading, we can feel like there is some newness that is going to happen. Something is going to be ding dong dead in your moon energy, also in your ego energy. Your moon energy is the emotions, and also where spirit is working on our behalf. And our sun energy is where we show up in everyday life, which is our ego, right? Mostly what I see with this Death card, I feel like that you are wanting a change, something completely different as to what you're doing now. And I feel like you've been thinking about this a lot and for a while. So this is not a new thought. This isn't a new something that all of a sudden you want to do. I feel like that you've actually started putting things on paper. You even have started researching and probably started talking to professionals that are already in that field to see how you can take it off. Okay? So let's go into your moon energy and see if we can see some things there. So right away, I see the Eight of Pentacles along with the Three of Cups, collaboration for sure, and the Two of Swords. So that's the energy I was getting as far as we've been thinking about this for a while. I feel like that you do want to collaborate with a group of people, or even though that's the Three of Cups, I feel like it's almost someone else, but the third party is that business, that new thing that you all want to do together. You have been writing it down. That's what that Eight of Pentacles is telling me. You've been putting, this stuff on paper, right? There's no power in it unless you have it on paper. Like, that's how I feel, how you feel, Libra. Like, if I don't start writing this down, it won't be real. But once you start writing it down, it's almost like the floodgates came out. You start thinking about how to promote, how to market, how you're going to work this business around your current activity. You see, because your current activity, your current way of living, it involves more than just one person. And that's that Three of Cups that I'm picking up on. Perhaps it's your family, perhaps it's a group that you belong to and you're an integral part of that organization, and you're just ready to break free. You're ready to be an individual. You're ready to make your own money, and you're ready to have your own thing separate from this organization you're a part of, separate from being a mom, being a dad, being a cousin, being a daughter, being a son, right? You want to be something other than that, okay? And I feel like that you're going to start making moves, not this full moon, but by the next full moon, you'll actually be putting this stuff into action, okay? And it's going to surprise everybody, because people are really thinking that, unfortunately, Libras have the reputation of being indecisive, right? But once you start moving forward after that next full moon, people be like, oh, so you were for real. Oh, yes, I was, as a matter of fact. Go ahead, Libra. I've said that with Cancer too. Unbelievable. So let's go to your sun energy. I have the Queen of Cups along with the Five of Pentacles and the Six of Wands. So right there, like, this is the thing. your everyday, this organization you're involved with, your family life, like, it's been a good ride, you know? For the most part, it has been almost like a dream. Most people wish they had it. That's how beautiful it's been. And that's why you've been like so indecisive, because it has been so wonderful. But you're like, you've realized that you've outgrown that and you want to expand into something new, into something different. And you know that once you do that, it is going to affect everyone around you. And most importantly, it's going to affect you, Libra. So I see that money is important to you right now. So not only that, it kind of ties in with your family and your household, giving to the household, giving to this business venture that, I just feel like that you want to give. I keep hearing that. I keep hearing like, I want to contribute. I want to be able to financially have an invested part of this too. And with this Queen of Cups energy, I almost feel like that maybe you've been talking to a mothery type energy, or even someone who's kind of been there and done that as far as where you are in life right now. Someone you respect, someone that you turn to in these times to where you're like, I'm at a crossroads. What did you do? How did you overcome? How did you accomplish? So you've been using that Queen of Cups for counsel, and they've been happy to do it. Okay, so let's go on to your immediate present. You have 3 major arcanas. So this tells me, Libra, you are going through some major transformation. The first card I get is the Moon card, right? Remember I said by the next, not this coming up full moon, but the next full moon, I feel like, and that's Aquarius energy, that's where you're going to be feeling so creative and you're going to want it to take off. And that flanks that Death card along with the Hermit. And that Hermit is all about introspective. It's about you counseling yourself, right? Like, yes, Libra, you can do this. You have what it takes. You're smart, you're gifted, you're energetic, right? You're loving, you understand balance. That's the conversations you're having with yourself. It's the gatherer of thoughts. This is the energy of the pre-planning, right? It's almost in that fantasy way of thinking, right? With that Moon energy and that Hermit, you've been thinking and envisioning and manifesting how your day would look like in this new life, in this new role, in this new journey, in this new adventure, right? So I have some Virgo energy, some Aquarian energy on the table, along with some Earth energy here. Let's see. Let's expand on some of this Moon energy. I want to see what we're talking about here. Libra. Star card. Makes perfect sense. You're like ready to get committed back to you. You're like, I've been giving here and giving there, making sure everybody's okay, but I'm ready to commit to me, to commit to Libra, right? I expanded on that 8 of Pentacles, and you have the Star card along with the 4 of Wands. And what's so interesting is I feel like that most signs, there's something about March to where, it's the 4th month. Oh no, it's the 3rd month. So kidding. Okay, so ignore that. But the thing about 4s is stability, right? And it's about being grounded. And you feel like that once I get back to just Libra, I'm going to feel grounded. You're going to be a better mother, a better lover, a better business partner, a better daughter, a better son, a better niece. Like, I see it all. You're like, if I can give back to me and not just all of you, I'm in turn going to be better for you, right? And your creative juices are flowing, obviously. I can see it in your immediate future. And with that star card, right? It's almost like that star is pointing you north. It's pointing you back to you. And I expanded on that Two of Swords, and I got the Seven of Pentacles along with the King of Pentacles. And that's telling me that although we've invested our time and our energy into our family, right? And so some of us, it's into our job, right? Because these are pentacles we're talking about, and that's into your tangible everyday world. So that can be work or it could be family. And I feel like for a lot of you Libras, it's a little bit of both. I've been contributing my time and energy to this job, but it still is not fulfilling me. I have been contributing to my family, and although it's rewarding, right? Because this is rewarding, because everything there is fruitful and growing and nourished, right? But you're still here like, but something's still missing. Me. That's what's missing. And when I expand on that Three of Cups, I have the Page of Cups along with the Knight of Pentacles. And it's been a slow time coming. You've been holding out all these creative ideas and your creativity, and you've been finding ways to be creative within your space, right? And whatever that means to you. So if you've been creative at home, you've been creative with maybe birthday parties, anniversaries, with making people feel special and wanted. You've been doing this with your friends, right? Or you Libras who are at work, you know, you make sure that any presentation, they come to you, Libra, because they know that you have a creative flair. You know just how to say it. You know just how to present it. So you've been using your creativity almost in a watered down way. That's probably not the best explanation. You know, when I'm in the mood for sushi, if I can't go to a sushi restaurant right away, I'll go to like my closest Publix and I'll get like some Publix sushi. It's not the best, but it satisfies me and that need to get it, right? That's kind of how I feel with you, Libra. You've been doing to kind of satisfy that creativity, that creative urge that has been calling to you by doing it in those different ways. And it's almost like it's been a slow boil, right? It's been like a slow boil to where now it is bubbling over and there's almost nothing else you can do, Libra, but release it. All right, let's see how it translates in your sun energy. Because that's what's been happening in your moon energy, right? In your subconscious. And it could be that some people don't even realize that this is how you've been feeling, you know? Okay, so I expanded on that Queen of Cups and I got the Four of Cups along with the Queen of Wands. Libra, if that's not telling me right there, right? This is all about like, hey, I know I have these blessings and I should be happy for them, right? I should be here enjoying everything that's going on, but dang it. Like, I want to get up from here and go do something else. In this Queen of Wands energy is the Devil Wears Prada energy to me, right? Where she has on her highest heels, she has on her fur coat in July, and she comes in and she's like, hello, darlings, I have arrived. Libra, that's how you're feeling. You're feeling like, I'm feeling charismatic, I'm feeling creative, I'm feeling like I want to speak, I'm feeling like I want to tell and I want to show, I want to do, right? That's that Queen of Wands. And see, and this is how they were facing, right? It's almost like you're asking her, like, how do I get to that point to where I don't feel guilty about wanting to leave this beautiful life I have? Not leave it, but just adjust it to feed into my creativity. How do I do that without letting people down? So then I expand on the Six of Wands, and I get the World card along with the Five of Pentacles. So I'm sorry, the Five of Wands. So listen, Libra, I'm just going to be upfront with you, right? So this World card, you are about to enter into this new cycle. Like I said, you can't help it. You're bursting outside of yourself. You are bubbling over to where you have to make this move to be a better you in your sun energy and to everyone else, to all your loved ones, to all your coworkers, to all your business associates. In order for you to be a better you, you have to go off and do this creative thing, right? And with this World card, that's letting me know that this is going to turn into a new cycle. So if you're familiar with the wheel, and I'm sure you are, every wheel turns. It starts from the top, goes to the bottom, and then it comes back up. Sometimes when that wheel comes from the bottom to come to the top, it brings every little thing that's at the bottom of your spiritual universe, so to speak. And some of those things need to be brought to the surface so we can deal with them. And some of those things that come to the surface don't even bother you, right? It's almost like, yeah, that's part of me, part of my past, but it's part of me, so I'm okay with that. But what happens is it'll affect other people, and they're like, well, no, I don't like what you brought up. And you're like, excuse me? This happens to be my universe. This happens to be the stuff that's coming up for me. Why are you so upset? The reason is, Libra, because you are transforming. And what happens when you are okay with the stuff that came from the bottom and you've already dealt with that? Sometimes it worries other people that you're going to leave them behind. If Libra moves forward, where does that leave me? So you can expect that, Libra, that once you start moving forward and you start writing things down and you actually start, you can expect that some people are going to be like, are you sure you want to do that? You know what, maybe now's not the time. And it's not that they're hating on you, and it's not that they don't believe in you. It's the complete opposite. They believe in you so much that they think there will not be space for them. Okay? Which is why we have that moon energy, right? Because that's crazy. I know that's what you're thinking. Like, I wouldn't leave my loved ones behind. Like, that's crazy. All right, so let me expand on your immediate present with this Moon and Hermit card, okay? Thank you. Avi. So I expanded on that Moon card. They're afraid that you're going to move on without them. This is a new beginning. It's the beginning and the end. It's almost like a representation of the World card, right? Because it's the number 0. Something has to end in order for this journey to begin. And with that Death card there, and you have these 3 major arcanas with this Moon card, you've been feeling it for a while. And with that expansion, that is the Knight of Wands. And that Knight of Wands you see is obviously moving forward with passion and purpose. And I expanded on that Hermit card. Interestingly enough, that's your Hermit, and then you have the 4 of Swords, right? And the most interesting story behind the 4 of Swords is that coffin. And it's not a coffin of death. It's a coffin of a soldier that came from battle, and it's prepared for him for when he returns, when he survived that battle. It's a place where the soldier lies for gratitude, for counting his blessings, for resonating in that space of, man, I'm frippin' lucky, right? And that's how I feel that you feel. And this is why you have this Five of Cups because you're like, I'm so frippin' lucky. I'm so lucky. Why do I feel this way? Why do I want to move on? I have everything that should make me happy. Why am I going out and searching for something new? When it comes down to it, Libra, you can still have those things and your thing too. See, I have the Page of Swords here. And you see this page, and pages are messengers. And it's also that childlike energy, that truth that comes from children that's authentic. It's not quite the word I'm looking for. But you know, a kid will walk by and say, why are your pants so tight? Excuse, thank you. Thank you, child, for saying that out loud in the middle of the bank. That's kind of what this Page of Swords is about. He doesn't understand boundaries yet. But at the same time, you can expect absolute and honest childlike truth. That was on top of your Death card. So this is a time for you to be true to yourself, the ones around you, in a childlike way, so that they understand. And Libra, out of all the people, you know how to do it. You know how to put it in such a way to where by the time everybody leaves, they feel good about it. I want to expand a little bit more on this Four of Pentacles and your Sun energy. Let's see what that's about. Yeah. Okay, my dear. So I expanded on that Four of Pentacles, and I got the Five of Pentacles along with the Emperor card. So the Five of Pentacles represents abandonment, even a little bit of depression, and that Emperor card to me is that's the daddy card, or it's one of to where it is the energy of someone who kind of ran a household, right? Or a very important energy of authority in your life. And I feel like for some of us, that authority is no longer in our lives. And you feel like if that authority was still here, if that authority was still around, or if I was still on talking terms with that authority, this would feel a little easier. Because you almost feel like the people around you who you need to tell this to, about this thing you want to do, even though you have this great thing going, you feel like they're not strong enough to handle it, and you feel like that you need that Emperor. This is the thing, Libra, right? You do not have to feel abandoned. You do not have to feel like you can't do it, because that Emperor is inside of you. It's not an energy that you have to go search out or you wish was here for you. It's already inside of you. You are that Emperor. You have to know that. So when you go and you say, I'm doing this thing for me, I still love you all. And I still am going to show up. But I want to show up for myself. And when you stand in that, right, that Emperor energy and that Queen of Wands energy and that Knight of Wands energy, it's undeniable. No one will be able to fight you on it. No one will be able to challenge you, because you're going to present it in such a way to where they're almost going to applaud you and say, we support you. And then we have that Sun card. That's all about prosperity, abundance. I do see, yeah, let's just stick with that. I see prosperity and abundance. And this is pure joy, right? So with this counseling that we've had with that Queen, right? And we're still like, why do I feel bad? I'm so blessed. Yes, you are. And you're going to be even more blessed when you go do that thing just for you. So you're okay. Aha. I see. That Sun card was on top of that Emperor card. And yes, so whoever that Emperor is, that energy is blessing you. That energy is blessing you. And I almost see like you're going to get this blessing, like you're going to get confirmation of this blessing from this Emperor energy through a child, right? Kind of out of the mouths of babes. So look for that message, okay? All right, so I'm just going to round up your reading. I'm going to round up this death card. And see here, Page of Swords. Yeah. Oh, honey. So I had to keep giving out some cards because I was getting some stuffs and I needed some clarification. So we have that Page of Swords, right? That childlike energy, that childlike truth. And I expanded with the 10 of Swords and the 9 of Wands. So I think the most important, right, because these are all together with that death card, and that death card is absolute transformation. You cannot come back from death, okay? So with that transformation and that childlike truth that has to be told, you might, like I said, there's going to be someone or some people, right? I feel like it's either one or a group. They're going to feel like you're leaving them, like you're abandoning them. And not because they can't do it without you, but they know for a fact that once you take off, you're going to be amazing. And then they're like, then what happens to me? Then what about me? So they may even build up some walls, right? All of a sudden they stop talking to you, or they don't text back as quickly, or all of a sudden they start going to lunch with other people. Has nothing to do with you. So I would have that conversation, right? And with that expansion, I also had the 5 of Cups with the 3 of Pentacles. So this makes me think that this is either at work with a current collaboration or in a current situation to where it's with a group of people, right? Family, work, family, because I have this nostalgic kind of energy here too. Have that conversation just to reassure them. So once you start seeing that sort of pushback, don't take it personally and try to already address what you think they may be feeling, right? Like, hey, I am starting this new thing, but guess what? I still care about you very much. And no matter what happens, I'm always going to be here for you anytime. And it's almost like that's all they needed to hear. Okay? Let me see if there's any other messages for you. If we are going into a new endeavor, if we're trying to start this new business, and I do feel like some of us are trying to start a new business, there's someone in your past that perhaps you've worked with before, or have done, you have done the same thing with them before. Just get some counsel from them, at least, at the very least, and or you might even consider bringing them on as a consultant. Okay, for sure. All right, Libra, my lovely. That is all I have, my dear. So make sure you subscribe and make a comment. I'd love for you to win the free reading. That would be so cool. Also, what else? I'll see you next month. I absolutely adore you.